you for joining us for another segment of Triangle Empowered. My name is Karen Clark, and the purpose of this segment that we do is basically to share information with our listeners. We, of course, always want to make sure that our listeners know everything they need to know, and that takes some work. So we have all of the experts that come on and share this information with us every single week. And this week it's Tammie Hall, the director for the Office of Historically Underutilized Businesses. But Hub is so much more fun to say, Tammie, and assistant to the secretary for Hub Outreach for the state of North Carolina. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for inviting me. Such a pleasure.
So let's start here. What does that mean? I gave the long name. Break it down for us so we know exactly what that is.
Right. So as we grapple with race relations here in the state of North Carolina and all over the country for that matter, state government has always been proactive in working very diligently to try and level the playing field. So my office is what we call the business diversity and inclusion of state government. So everything about equity from a business perspective is what my office represents. So we're working collaboratively all over state government to ensure that we provide opportunities for minority and women-owned small businesses.
I'm here for all of that. I love all of that. So explain to our listeners why it's important for their business to be certified and part of this program.
That's right. So early in the 2000s, the General Assembly passed legislation, that required uniform certification. Prior to uniform certification, you had to travel all over the state to get certified. But now my office is that one-stop shop. And we hold our agencies accountable of spending parts of their budgets with minority and women-owned businesses. We have a 10% goal. That's the floor, not the ceiling. And so we monitor and ensure that all of state government is meeting the governor's directives.
Okay, so what types of opportunities exist in state and local governments? Because what you're saying sounds very good.
Right. So when we look at end of year 1920, end of fiscal year, we spent about 8 billion. That's, billion with a B, in goods and services. That's a lot of money for state government. And so what we're doing is we're buying everything from furniture to cars, office supplies, landscaping opportunity, all types of construction opportunities. So what I tell businesses is even in a pandemic, state government is still purchasing goods and services.
Okay, that's true. That makes a lot of sense. So as a small business owner now, that's like, well, wait, I have a landscaping business. How is it that I would get down with state government?
That's exactly right. So your first stop would be my office. So certainly we, as I indicated earlier, we run the certification process. And then once we learn more about your business through our business development opportunities, we match you up with opportunities in state government. And then we follow through to ensure that, number one, you get a seat at the table and you're able to participate in the supply chain. But with that being said, you must sharpen your pencils because we secured contracts based on the lowest responsible bid. So, start with us.
All right. Well, that sounds great. That is really great information. I know that because you're a state entity, your website might be a little bit long, but we will provide information for our listeners and more specifically our viewers. Since Karen, we're not on the radio, we're actually on the internet, but we'll provide that information for our viewers so that they can get in touch with you. I appreciate you, Tammie, for taking some time to explain that to our viewers. And hopefully somebody's watching this going, I did not even know that was a thing. Let me get on it so that I can get in on some business with the state of North Carolina.
Absolutely. Come on. The doors are open here in North Carolina. Governor Cooper tells all of us, you're all welcome for a seat at the table.
All right. I love that. We love Roy Cooper. Thank you so much, Tammie. And thank you for taking some time out of your day to chat with us and share some information with our viewers.
You're welcome. Thanks for having us here.